Let's kind of sandwich a nice day in between two really challenging days. It's quiet here, but pushing in from the west, blizzard conditions, and to the south, severe weather potential. Could see widespread severe thunderstorms, tornadoes, and blinding snow leaving the plains into the western lakes, and then we tap into it tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon through Wednesday afternoon, it's a flood watch. Conditions favorable for flooding. The concern around our area rivers, and particularly the Passaic, is flash flooding, that rapid rise. This is just heartbreaking. This is going to be very challenging, and much of the area under that risk. And then a wind advisory, too. Wind advisory kicks in. Could see 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Timing this out for you, you're fine after school, overnight tonight, Tuesday mornings, commute worry-free. By midday, here comes the moisture. See this Sullivan-Ulster? Even parts of Orange. Orange is right on the line. Then it'll quickly change to rain, and heavy rain at times by Tuesday night. This is going to be the real critical period, particularly if we see this training rain scenario set up, where you have that heavy rain, those rainfall rates, half an inch to over an inch an hour. How are you going to keep up on that? And then here, where you have anywhere from 6 to 18 inches of snow, it's going to be falling on that. Now, those numbers are going to be down, so you're going to have the energy of the sun today, but that just contributes to the liquid equivalency that all the rivers have to deal with. And then we get a break Wednesday before we see another storm on the horizon coming in Saturday, and it's going to be wet again. By the peak of this next storm, with 54, clearly it's going to be all water. So that is going to be the issue. And this is going to impact areas that were all snow yesterday. And then the way the rivers work, it pushes all that moisture closer to the city. That's a lot to cover. That's a lot to kind of get your head around. So let's go to those snow impacted areas. Tony's up in Orange County, and again, Tony, you've got to get rid of that snow, and then you're going to throw water on top of it. Talk about the dynamics of all of this moisture.
Yeah, and it's really complicated stuff in terms of what it's going to do, right? The slush and then the water that's got to go somewhere. But John, I mean, when you look at a mound like this, I think oftentimes you don't really appreciate just how dense this snow is, how loaded it is with moisture. Unless you gotta like move it, right, or shovel it or climb on top of it, it's not easy to do. And let's say you were challenging a sibling or a child over the weekend to a little bit of a snowball fight, perhaps, right? You know how hard it felt, right, getting hit by that. Not going to do this to our friends Evan and Walter here, but you get the idea. The ground already, by the way, so saturated. Want to show you just how much rain we've had since December. Close to 7.5 inches. That's in the city. That's surplus. More than 2 inches. And, you know, you talk about how saturated the ground is. All this water's got to go somewhere. That's why we're under that moderate risk of flooding that extends up across not just the Hudson Valley, but in New Jersey as well, where the rivers have been hit hard. And we're going to have to watch it very, very closely, because it takes time, right, for all that water to pile in, all those tributaries to feed into those rivers. And then the other challenge I'm watching is we've got another storm on Saturday. So just as those rivers are spiking or cresting, there could be more water to come. That's really going to make this a very active weather week, and one that folks who live in a flood-prone area will have to watch very closely. Chris and Mary?
All right, Tony, we'll be back to you in just a little bit. Thank you.
Let's kind of